Phantasmal Flames is making some insane moves again. It's actually crazy. The booster box jumped right over $400 and kept chugging. And the ETB has even made like a $15 jump in the last week. Really ridiculous how quickly this set is taking off. Um, the ETB is actually really, really sick. And obviously the Mega Charizard itself is one of the best arts we've ever had. It's seen a little bit of retracement off the 820 mark, but flatlining now, still pretty strong because there just isn't a lot of product out there. It's still kind of a rare card, even though it's somewhat easy to pull. I think that's also what's driving up the booster box price so quickly, is that you could buy a booster box for 400 and get an $800 card. And guys, if you are enjoying content like this, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. We are trying to grow and hit 500 subscribers in the month of April. So let me know what I can do better to improve the information in videos like this, and where are you guys looking for opportunities in investing. So with the pull rates on Phantasmal Flames being pretty high, this is essentially a 1 in 10, 1 in 11 chance in a booster box to get this card, which would instantly double your money from the cost of the booster box. I do think that is driving up prices quite a bit. And then if you happen to get the gold Charizard card, that also has a really low gem rate. All the full gold cards do, and that can further give you an opportunity to actually make money opening packs. It's obviously still a gamble. You're not going to guarantee make money, but plenty of people have done really, really well opening a case or two and pulling 2 of these, and you instantly get all your money back, plus all of the additional cards that you had collected from those rips. So I think that's why Phantasmal Flames is going up so quickly, because it's being eaten up and ripped very quickly, and there just are not many reprints of this set. Along with all SV era and early Mega Evolution, there just is not enough product out there, and everything is going up extremely quickly. I mean, up 54% on the ETB in 3 months, and up, 30% on the booster box in the last month, or 6 months, and 25 in the last month. It's honestly insane that this set came out in October and we're already well over $400. Looking at our ranking, Phantasmal Flames is pushing up towards Paldea Evolved, which just rotated out like this week. So Paldea Evolved is never going to be printed again, is no longer competitively viable. And Phantasmal Flames, which still has a full 2 years in its print cycle, is already caught up to it. If we don't get more product, it's just gonna keep going up. It wouldn't surprise me if this hit $500 this calendar year if there were no more heavy Phantasmal Flames reprints. And even if there's reprints of some smaller products, if they don't release any booster boxes, the booster box price will continue to slowly grind its way up. And early next year, if it was $500, I would not be super surprised. Now, the SV era is doing the same thing. I mean, Destined, which has had no reprints besides the booster bundles, is continuing on its run, and it's pushing back up to $600. I do think that might be a bit of a sticking point. It struggled to get over it last time, but if it breaks through 600, it'll go up to 650 very quickly. Just how these things work. There's these hold numbers that kind of create more sellers and minimize some of the buying, but once it rips through it, people are looking for the next milestone, right? There's some psychology there. And Destined, actually, the cards are now starting to look up a bit. Just like a dollar or two on a couple of these SIRs heading up. Um, and then the Team Rockets Mewtwo has been going up for a while now, starting to flatline now that it's at $500. But this card is much better than the Ascended version, so I think that's why it's had so much attention here in the last month. But to me, I'm not going to be buying $600 booster boxes, but I think there is a ton of grading opportunity in these SIRs that are very, very high quality and they gem well. If they get back into the hype cycle, this is a great play, is to buy some clean cards and grade these top chases in Destined because we're just not getting enough product and we're not satisfying the demand. So I already have some Crobats at PSA and then a Nidoking I'm going to send, as well as a Moltres. So this is where my attention is right now, to go for kind of the, I guess, quick money, where I'm flipping a card in a couple months versus holding onto a booster box that could get reprinted at any moment. Obviously, if the cards got reprinted, they would go down as well. But a PSA 10 will hold a stronger premium, and I'd have enough margin that I have a much lower risk, assuming that I'm hitting 10s consistently. Now, the booster bundles, which is what a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of big investors had moved into buying cases of these when they were in the 40s. You could buy a case at the high 40s and now sell that same case for $65 to $70 per bundle already. So the bundles moved up quick. It makes sense. They're going to get carried up along with the booster box because if there's nothing to buy and you want to open this pack, this is just going to be the cheapest option pretty much all the time. So it makes a lot of sense that this went up. If you had money to spend into things like this, you're going to make a lot for your dollar. And I think that's truly the story of a market like this that continues to go up and up and up. You need to have cash on hand, something that I have not done very well recently. Need to have more cash on hand to take advantage of these plays when they pop up, when the reprints hit. You need to be cash heavy so you can invest heavy and then turn a profit relatively quickly because everything is pushing up so fast these days. Now, if we touch on Black Bolt and White Flare, the cards are holding a really strong price still, even a trainer at $50, illustration rares near $50, and the booster bundle pushing back up towards $60, and then the White Flare ETB still just sitting right below $100, where Black Bolt is broken through that barrier. Black Bolt's at 115 on the ETB and 63 for the bundle. Again, the cards are holding their price really, really well. Another trainer, it's $60 and some IRs in the 50s. So these sets are doing well, but clearly the sealed portion, Black Bolt, is just slightly better. And I think that will always be the case, but I would imagine White Flare will break through that $100 and that $60 barrier here in the next few months if we don't start seeing some additional product being released. So Black Bolt and White Flare is still a decent opportunity in the short term, and again, a set that I'm interested in looking at cards to grade because these are holding their prices so well and they have pretty high gem rates. Now, the talk of the town, as always, is going to be Prismatic Evolutions, and the Prismatic booster bundles are holding strong. So even the Prismatic booster bundle is still holding really strong around $75. It poked up and got close to 80, but I think all the ETB reprints have slowed any potential for growth since the large reprint of booster bundles recently, but it's selling super well, of course. Prismatic is always going to sell really well. And with the retrace on the ETB price, it went down under 170, I think yesterday or the day before, with some sales in the 160s, and selling as the third best ETB on the market right now. even with Ascended Heroes in Perfect Order being recently released. This price will not stay here for long. Take advantage if you want to grow your position in Prismatic. Both of these products are still buys if you have money to put into Sealed. This would be one of the number one or number two places that I would be targeting. I might pick up a couple more ETBs myself, because I do think this is going to double in the next 1 to 2 years. We will be looking at $350, $400 on these ETBs. I have no doubt in my mind. The supply doesn't matter when demand is so incredibly high. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you're looking at buying something off of eBay today, I have an affiliate link in the description that does give me a little bit of a percentage on your purchase, but it's no cost to you, so please check out the description for those links. Peace.